In this video, we're going to look at styles and colors, and that's under general settings, but we're just going to use the demo of South Mississippi Ballet Theater app. So let's click general settings, styles and colors, and this is where we actually style the app. Now, of course, this one's already styled, uh, but I wanted you to see how we can change things up. But before we do that, before we get to the actual header part, I want to go up here to general settings header and add a couple of things to the header so we can work with it and you can see what these things do. Let me explain the header. The header is anything above the body content. So you can actually add things like, and this is where we would put this header image if we wanted one under general settings header images, and of course there's the image and it's right there. But you can also do other things. You can add a tab bar and add button bars, and let me show you what that is. And we're just going to, it doesn't matter what we choose here, and you see what happens there. We have a tab bar. We can add multiple links. Again, it doesn't matter what it is for demonstration purposes, but you can see you can keep adding more until at some point it's going to be too many. But that's what a tab bar is. It goes all the way across from side to side. What's a button bar? Well, let me show you real quick. And again, it doesn't matter. We'll add it. It just adds a button. We'll add another button just so you can see how that works. So let's say you have all that and then you want to style this. So let's click save. So it'll be saved. Let's go back to styles and colors. Hit reload. And now you can see, of course, here's our tab bar and here's our button bar. So let's go to styles and colors headers, and let's go to background. And what this will do is when we change the background color, all it does is change the header background color. So, and it doesn't matter what color, we'll just change it to, we'll change it to something really crazy, this green. And so you see the background here is green, the title bar is green. Now nothing changed for the tab bar because the tab bar goes all the way across. We'd have to color that separately. But let's look at the title bar, and the title bar is up here, and how we change the actual title for the title bar is up here in title and description. General settings, title and description, you would change that right there. So it would say whatever you wanted to say. But let me click save just in case. I'm going to refresh my browser. Go back to general settings, styles and colors. Get back to the header. We'll let this load up. So we did the background. You can also do transparencies. Pretty interesting. So the title bar, we can change the font. I think there are like 1,200 different fonts that you can choose from. The current font will tell you what the current font is up here, bad script. But we'll change it to, I don't know, the actor font. And of course, as you can see, it changed the font up there. We can change the text size. If we want to make it smaller, we can make it smaller. If we want to make it bigger, we can make it bigger. Text weight, bold if you want it bold, or normal. As you can see, it changed. Text style, italics if you wanted italics. Text color, it's white right there. We can change it to whatever color we want. And also, if you know the hex, you can change it here, or you can change it here, whatever you want to do. So we've changed the color there. The background button, or the button background, these are your buttons, obviously, and those are the backgrounds, and that's that color. So let's change the color, and that does the title bar color. So we just change it right there. The button border color, you can see it changes the border color. We'll make it bright red so you can see how that works. Then you have the button text icon color, which that's the text and that's the icon, and it's white now. We'll change it to, gosh, I don't know. We'll make it a green, huh? just some interesting colors we got going on here. But that's what that button text icon color changes that. The button text style can be italics if you want it to be, or normal. And the weight again, bold or normal. Button size, we can make it button smaller, bigger, whatever we want to do. And same thing with configuring the font. We can change the font to whatever font we want. So that's the title bar up here, and that's where the title bar is right through here. Then we have the tab bar. And of course we talked about the tab bar. It goes all the way across like that. Again, you can click configure font if you want to change the font. Text size, you make the text bigger or smaller. Text style, italics or normal. Text weight again, bold or normal. The text icon color, of course, obviously that's the text, events, and that's the icon. So let's change that to, I don't know, we'll change it to red. The border color, of course, there's a border that goes around there, so let's change it to, and you can see the border color change to that black. And then, of course, the background color. And if you want it to match everything, then you can get your background color from here if you want to, or we can change it to whatever we want. So let me change the background color to, I don't know. Oh, that's the button bar. That's the wrong thing. Let me go back to the tab bar. Change the background color. As you can see, that changes the background color to whatever color you want. Border color. I think we already did that one. Yeah, we already did. Selected background. Now what this is you see it's that blue color now. So let me click save. So it saves all our stuff. And then let's click about. You see that color blue? That's the selected color. So if we want to change that, that's where we would change it right here. So we can go here, we can change it to, I don't know, we'll change it to black. Well, although we're not going to be able to see that, let's change it to red. Okay. So now when we select it, it's red instead of that blue. And then it would go to that page. The button bar, right down here, you can actually radius. See how it radiuses the buttons right there? They can be square or they can be very radiused. Again, we can configure the font. Same thing with the text size. We can make it bigger or smaller. The text style, again, italics if we wanted, or normal. Same thing with text weight, bold or normal. Text icon color. Oh, look at that. My internet's being a little slow today. Let's go back home. The text icon color, right now it's white, and we can change that to whatever color we want. We'll just click OK. Border color, again, it's the border around there. We'll change that to so you can just kind of see it. Again, the background color, if we wanted it that pink, we could make it that pink, or whatever color we want to make it. And then, of course, the selected background. Generally, what you would probably want to do is you would want to take the selected background that you use throughout your app and use it everywhere that it says selected background. So what I would normally do here is I would double click it and highlight it and then copy it and then come back to the button bar and come back to the selected colors, click up there, and then Control V, and then the button bar also would be selected, same as the color of the selected one is the same as everything else. So that's how you would style the header. Of course, hopefully yours won't look this crazy. What I found with, if I can give you maybe a little tip with coloring, is take one color and make various shades of that color. Something that's a really good website is, and we'll go. It's called Paladon, and I'm going to it right now. Hopefully it'll load up. My internet has been pretty slow. And what this does, it's actually a really cool feature. If you want to use blues, you can come over here. You can pick a blue, and it'll show you like the main blue, and then the other kind of shades of blue. One thing that you don't really want to do when you're designing this is it's very difficult to use a lot of very divergent colors and it look good. Uh, Generally, you'll have a better outcome if you use, say, you want to use this green, and then we use all these different versions of green. But it's Paletton, PALETTON.com. You can see it right there. Really, really good thing to get some colors for you. So that's it for the styles and colors header. The next one is going to be, well, there's one thing I do want to show you here. You probably wouldn't do it this way. We'll let this load up real quick. Again, it's normally not this slow. Let me show you one thing here. You can reset all the colors here. If you do that, and we'll just do it real quick. Yes, reset. It'll go back to the default, and this color is the default. So it's not actually saved until I click save. So if you do that by accident, just refresh and then come back. And since we didn't save it, you'll see in the preview that that it looks all crazy. But one of the things I wanted to show you was in the header, you also have something called use footer colors. And in the footer, you have something called use header colors. What you can do, and I'll show you real quick, what we'll do is if you had happened to color the footer first, and you wanted to use the same colors for the header, you could say use footer colors. But in this case, we did the header first. So let's go here and let's see what that looks like. Let's say use header colors. Say yes. And you see it automatically changed all the colors to match our header to the footer. So that's a quick little shortcut to make your header and footers look the same. So the next video is going to be about the footer.